Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are playing The Sims 4 and in this episode we're making a very special build. It's unlike any build that I have built for you before. I used to build these kind a lot, but now I haven't been, especially filming it, but I think you guys might get a kick out of it. So the idea is that I'm going to be building a hidden bunker and it's going to be hidden underneath this very normal looking house. This house is going to just be very average looking. It's going to just be empty, basically a house that looks like it's for sale with a nice yard. So let's see. Right now I'm just building it. I'm deciding what I'm doing for the yard and making it look nice. I wanted it to look very kid friendly, like they're just move-in ready for family. So we're just searching right now for more things to add. I figured this looked pretty nice. And then we're just going to do some terrain work. And I just wanted to look very manicured, just like I said, ready to move in, ready to go, family ready, average home. Now, the story that I've come up with for this home is that this home looks like it's just always for sale, and nobody can figure out why it's always for sale because it looks so stinking nice. But in reality, there is a family already living here, but that's just underground. And so there is going to be a for sale sign. It's the rent sign, but I pretend like it's for sale sign. And what it is this nobody ever seems to, the people always seem to be looking, quote unquote, at the house, but they're never really moving in. And they seem to be the same people, oddly enough, to the neighbors. Here we're just starting to build in some little rooms to make it look more like a home. And of course, it's going to quickly turn it into not a regular home. But the story for the family that I have come up with is that it's a very paranoid family. They've decided that they don't trust living above ground because they feel that it is dangerous and there's chemicals and things like that. And so what they want to do is avoid the above ground as much as possible. And by doing that, they're protecting their family and their kids. However, they still love their nature and they still love their ability to do things. And so that they're going to make sure that their below ground is a very livable space still. So here's me searching for that sale sign or that rent sign, and I was just having the worst time trying to find it. But then I did, and then I wanted it to look cozy and, like a regular for sale sign. And, just like any house that's for sale, usually sometimes it comes with appliances, sometimes it does not. This one does not have a kitchen up top, it just has the counters because realistically, for the sake of gameplay, I do not want my families coming up here to cook. So now we get into the real fun part of it all. This is the part where the bunker comes in. And we're going to have several layers of the bunker. And this is just the top layer. So this is the layer that you would see if you were to suddenly find your way down there, which is, as you saw, is hidden by that bookcase, and it's going to have a vault door. So the idea is that you can't just walk in. And sorry for the clearing my throat. My throat's acting up. So basically what's happening is the idea is that this family is very protective. They, like I said, they don't really trust other people, but they do trust people, obviously, to some extent, because people are going to come visit them. Because that is just not something we can help, necessarily. We can make this a house that's very difficult to find, but it's still going to be one that people are going to eventually move in, and they're going to visit and have friends and all the good stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate that they do have an outdoor space, even though they do not down here. So by doing that, I'm going to give them green areas. And these green areas are going to have windows to where it looks like they're looking outside. And it was kind of running into restrictions with the lot size coming into play because I ran out of space, but it does work out in the end. And here comes those windows that we were just talking about. So it's looking like they're looking into the green space outside, quote unquote. And it will become brighter here soon. I'll add in the lighting. And then I was trying to having a little bit hard time trying to find the background color here. And then I settled on this one. Looked like sky to me. And I can't handle that just being pure white, so I have to color it too. And then there we go. We're just continuing on. So the idea is that this is the first level, and then you have to kind of crack into that, and then you can continue down to the lower levels of the home as you go. And of course, this is built for a family, so this isn't just like one crazy sim, paranoid sim living here. This is a whole family's planning on living here. And so what is going to be happening is it is planned to have them, I just lost my train of thought, have them have areas of different abilities. So like, you know, like a regular house, like you'd have bedrooms, you'd have a living room, a kitchen, and all the things, you know, and you want it family friendly looking. It's not going to look like a bunker for the most part. And of course, there is still some little protective measures going in, such as these extra doors, you know, making it kind of like, well, you know, if they needed to lock people out, they would be able to. And here, this would be the floor that has the bedrooms. So we're working on that right now. We're starting to get extra rooms in here. And I did do 2 rooms, large rooms, that could be seen as being like the master bedrooms. With the idea of like maybe they would have stayover guests, maybe they have, excuse me, a family that would be staying over that are also like them. Perhaps they have an older child that sticks around and continues the family legacy of living in the bunker. I promise it'll get lighter here soon. I'll add in lights and then it'll brighten up and it'll make more sense and be easier to see, because right now it very much looks like a bunker because it's very dark, the basement. And here we're just adding in more rooms. And this is a very, like I said, family friendly home. So you're gonna see that as we start decorating, it's gonna really look very family friendly, family based. Comes the lights. It's gonna definitely help brighten everything up. They kind of look like little stars to me, which is kind of a nice little bonus. And I do kind of like my bedrooms a little darker, more natural lighting looking, quote unquote, considering they're underground. So I've been saying quote unquote a lot in this episode. I apologize if that's weird. But you can't see me do it so when I'm talking, so I have to tell you I'm doing it. Adding in carpet into the bedrooms, adding in tile where it's not going to be carpet, or a bedroom, I should say. Literally adding a little bit dynamics to the walls, so it's not all wood or all rock. Adding in another layer down here. This is actually going to be their play area. So like an outdoor space. So it's kind of an interesting concept, you know, that they have to go deeper to go outside. We're getting nearly done with the basic build. And just making sure we're matching the tile a little bit here. So this is, like I said, going to be our outside area. And then I realized I could make the roofing tile. I always forget about the roofs. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to make them sky. I think that would look really cool. So I may have overdone it. Maybe not. We'll see. And then I tried to do flowers in on the grass, and then I realized that they don't match very well. And so that bugged me. So I decided to get rid of the flowers. Adding in lights down here. As you can see, it's kind of like an outdoor space. Making it look cutesy. And realistically, the kids will still be able to go up and play outside in the regular yard, quote unquote, because it is there, and they do have stuff out there. So I don't know what this long pause is, you guys. I must have gotten distracted by something. But it's a matter of they can go upstairs, they can do stuff up there, but it's just not the ideal situation. The ideal situation is that they don't go upstairs at all. Like, I know they're going to go upstairs to go to school and stuff, but like I kind of imagine these would be the ones that are in like dressed kind of different, because they're not really, doing what they're kind of supposed to be doing for growth and socialization. And like right now, like these would be the kids that would be wearing masks still to school because they're afraid of germs, and they'd have the hand sanitizer and maybe even wear gloves as they're walking around school. That would be these kind of kids that come out of this house. Anyway, I do these little fake trees, and then I found these other fake trees, and I was like, oh, these trees are really cool. And then I just went ahead and I started going in for decorating the area. And I kind of did move objects on here just trying to make it work, but then it was like, it looked really cute, and then you'll see there's a problem with it later, but I'll show you, because I discovered it later on. Anyway, so then, toddler slides, things to do, toys. I really wanted the hopscotch, and then I realized it doesn't make sense for the hopscotch to be on the grass necessarily, and so like I went ahead and did it more tile here, which kind of makes sense. I feel like it makes sense. Making it look very cute. Very family oriented. Want them to be able to play all kinds of games. Have a somewhat normal existence down here. So here's the issue. It was popping up through the roof or the ceiling, and so we had to get rid of the swings and put it in something else, which honestly the swings were a little bit much. And I was kind of playing around with other things to do, and then I was like, okay, well, this works. So now we're going to start decorating the upstairs. And I was having a hard time with this because I really wanted to fill out those two-sided gaps on the sides there, but then I was like, oh well. I just went ahead and left it. And then I kind of played around with the different colors, and I kind of like the contrast. Like I said, I do want it to look friendly, family friendly, very livable. I don't want it to be like a prison for them or anyone. I've seen where people play with their Sims and they do have them in literal prisons or dungeons, especially with the vampires and stuff. And hey, I've done it before when I first got the vampire ones. I actually made like a dungeon for them to feed on them because it was like, well, geez, it's really hard to hunt down people and get them to let them feed on them. And so I made a dungeon for them at one point. Maybe I'll do the vampires and do like a dungeon, like a scary build, because I haven't really done any spooky builds. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll save it for October. But every day is spooky day. It doesn't have to be October, I suppose, but just a thought. Anyways, these are very big. These people are going to be very big on plants and very big on making things look friendly. And they want, while they're kids, which you're going to see in the kids' rooms, while the kids are kind of like not living a normal life, they're trying to make their lives as normal as possible by the way they decorate their rooms. So this one's my green room. That was my more golden room, white and gold room. little fox lights, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember those fox lights being in here, and they're acting like they're base game. And I do use some CC, you guys. I couldn't help it. I have some cute CC downloads. So if you're looking for this on the gallery under my name, The Ashleyness with 1S, you're gonna have to click the CC one, including custom content, just so it pops up, and then like it'll go away, like, because the CC won't be there when you download it, so it'll just be gone, but you'll be able to get the house if you want it. I mean, it's a cool house. I'm excited to play it. Maybe I'll do another video where I make the family for it and move them in and play a little bit, because I'm excited to see how it goes. Anyway, like I said, this is my green room. This is my nature base. I really wanted this one to work. This, whatchamacallit? This mirror with the crystals, because I thought that would be really pretty, but I just couldn't make it work. It was just, I really like the green, and so like I needed I don't know. Anyway, here's some fun stuff. Like I know it's a goat, but it kind of looks like a deer to me, so I like it. And then I had to do an avocado. Or at least, I think it's an avocado. It looks like an avocado to me. I'm gonna call it an avocado. Some butterflies. Like I said, I kind of imagine this as like a guest room or like an older teenager's room, kind of living in here. And I thought about doing a rug, but I think it's actually really good on its own. So we're gonna get going on the kids' rooms. First is gonna be the infant nursery. So it's gonna be pretty simple and just straight to the point for what it needs. I also realized I didn't have a door when I started working on this room, so I was like, oh, I guess I could do a door. I kind of wanted it a neutral, like you couldn't tell if it was for a boy or a girl. Again, lots of greenery. And those green spaces outside those windows are going to actually have greenery in them. I just haven't done them yet. There we go. I was trying to find something that would kind of be poppy, but not. Got some string lights. Of course, if it was for a real infant's room, you would not want to have them too low because of strangulation issues. Thankfully, in The Sims, that's not something we have to be concerned with. But, you know, in real life, we would. And then we got our curtains up, so it makes it look more like a room. And then I wanted to add stickers because I feel like I said, these rooms are meant for littles and they're meant for it to be fun. We want them to feel like they've got a regular home situation going on instead of being an underground. Some more CC right there. Was playing around with the difference and it was too much, and so I settled on, let's see, that one. And then we're gonna move on to the girls' room. So this would be like a mix of like teenage girls and children girls. So so it's kind of an older vibe, but like also a younger vibe at the same time. I was really struggling here with this, and I want them to, it's a very organized, it's kind of clean. Maybe these girls aren't super like crazy, but who knows how kids turn out. And then just playing with the different ones. Getting it just, maybe they're bookworms, so they like books a lot. And I was trying to make those one work, and I just couldn't make it work. But they have their dresser, they have their books, they have like a little cozy chair to sit in and read. But, they're still kids, and so they need their toys. And so we're going to add in some toys here. Love that we can size stuff down, because sometimes it's just too much. Like, those dollhouses are amazing, but they really are quite large. But yeah, so just like I said, making it cozy, making it work, giving them some deco. There we go. Really wanted this hanging plant to work out, but it just kind of didn't. Found those and loved those, and I was like, oh, I really want these to work, but I don't know, I felt like it'd be too much. So I ended up not using those. And then finding a rug, that one kind of blended in. Let's see. Ended up with this one, yeah. Get some flowers going, some plants on the walls, because we're green Sims here. And then I found these lights that I got in the party pack, which I really like. But yeah, so here comes the stickers again, because I figured the girls would just kind of deck it out. Kind of make it look cute and silly at the same time. And I figure these guys like really like cats, which is what we're doing now. And then we're going to go ahead and pop over and do boys' room. Now the boys are just going to be kind of going nuts because they can't agree on their theme. They're just really silly. And they're mostly like going to be like little boy kind of theme. But you know, they can't agree on their tables. They can't agree on their colors of bed. Can't agree on their lamps. Can't agree on their lighting. You know, just everything. So, but it all comes together to be this really cool situation. And so yeah, we're just getting deco going here. Get their stickers, which we do have to move some of these down eventually because we do put in the curtains and it's like not great. It hides them. Posters. And then I was searching for the exit sign, and then I kept finding stuff as I was going. I figured like these kids are just like I said, really random, just really decking out their room. There it is. And just really doing kind of what they want to do with their space, which the parents allowed because like I said, they really want them to have as normal of a situation as they can have. You know, they want them to have fun in their spaces, even though it's not a normal space. And so they're just kind of let the kids go crazy. Their little area to play in, and I had to do the cards. It's so funny, but I had to check out to see if there was different colors, and there wasn't. And then I decided to kind of match the bedding up to the cards a little bit. And then I was trying to find a hanging lamp, and I found that one. And I was like, that's perfect. They would totally choose an alien one, spaceship one, dark blue, and then the curtains, which again I had to move down the stuff. Because it did hide my stickers. And that completes that room. And so for this one, we're going to do like the younger kids. So like the toddlers and an infant. And my hope is that they're not going to have a bunch of toddlers and infants at the same time. They're not hopefully going to have multiples. So it's just going to be kind of like a transitional room that would accommodate their needs. So it's going to be pretty simple. Because, of course, you know, the kids can all use each other's toys and stuff like that. And it's all good. It's still going to be really cutesy, kind of generic. Again, you know, I don't want them to have, you know, like, this is the boys' room, this is the girls' room for the younger crew. Because I want it to be where they can just use it. I always like that really low mirror because I feel like toddlers would use it and look at themselves a lot. Maybe even the infants too. I think that would be really cute. It did turn out a little more pinky than I meant, but I think it worked out well. And then I found this lamp and I was like, I have to put this lamp in the boys' room. Yeah, I think it turns out really cute in the end. Get those curtains up. I really struggled with the curtains, trying to find ones I really liked. Settled on these ones. Again, kind of more pinky than I meant. But I like it. And then I was like, right, it's getting a little pink. And so I tried to recolor a little bit. And then we're going to do the bathroom, which I'm going to retile the bathroom. And repaint to make it look more kid-like. Like I said, this is a very family-friendly bunker. This isn't like a prison, like I said earlier. Just trying to find a deco. And then I decided to give them like a fancy toilet. I don't know why. I just felt like I was like, let's give them a fancy one. Kitty cat one, because there's, you know, fish on the wall, kitty cat poster, or mirror sounds appropriate. And give them some trees, give them their stickers, so the kids feel like welcome in that space. Gotta get my greenery in there. More greenery, I should say. And then I wanted like a little welcome table over here, and then I found that other table, and I was like, I gotta grab that one. So like a little welcome table here. So I figured like if they're coming into this space, they're probably gonna want them to have like germ-free. So like, okay, you come into this space, I want you to wash your hands, I want you to put on lotion or whatever, and maybe some of those are booties over your feet and whatnot, so to make it more of a sanitary situation. So despite the fact that this is supposed to be kind of a loner area, like home, they do have it set up for guests. And it's mostly for their children. So the children can have their friends, they can have, you know, entertain each other, you know, as a family group in this space too. So that's the idea here. I am using some of that new stuff from the new party one that I got. The DLC that came out, the kit. We got some books there, and I wanted this to look kind of official equipment back here. I really wanted that to move back there, and yes, I know I could have used my move objects, but I kind of liked it even with the wall there. So we're adding like a little party table, and then we're just adding in areas for other things. So this is going to be for computers, because it's kind of like the entertainment area out here. Skill building space. Maybe they do homework here. And then just to kind of make this look a little more interesting over here. Found that like that. Got the baskets on the wall. Got some streamers. Love those streamers. I was gonna do like this electric box, and I changed my mind. And then I was like, I wanted to have it like different stuff for each kid's rooms a little bit. Like I figured the boys would have like lit up words or something. Like weird stuff. And then I was like, oh, I want a bar somewhere, because I want them to be building skills in this zone, but I also want that to kind of be like a party area, like a gathering area. So I got that little bar in there. Found the invisible dance floor that came with the new kit, which I love, because it just fits in so well. Little party table, or little game table, I should say. And then I was like, oh, I should give them an exercise thing. But then I couldn't find a good spot for it right off. We still have the large area above to do. And this is where we come in and start doing the green around in this area to really complete it. I was having a hard time trying to find what I wanted to do here, so I ended up with these little white bushes. I thought they looked really pretty. And there it is with the windows up, and then I went ahead and did the trees, and then I realized I should say that I had like those other trees, and so then I grabbed those trees and went for that. And that completes that floor. And so we're gonna go ahead, and I went ahead and did the greenery on this one real quick, just to make it look done for the greenery parts, seeing as we were already in that category. And then I figured some of these little statues would look really cute in here. And I wanted it to still be green. I wanted it to still be interesting and not the normal, you know, which this space is definitely not normal, which I like. It's very different, and I really appreciate that a lot. And I do feel like this is a space I'm going to try to play in and just kind of explore it and have a lot of fun with it. So because I'm curious to see how it runs, like as a family dynamic. I was trying to do like a round table or something here, and then I realized that I really wanted like a picnic table, because this is like a picnic area. And then I realized that these like work perfect in there, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna do these greenery. And I wanted more green. more like plants, I should say. And then I did those. And I got a rug, because, you know, why not? I love rugs. I feel like they just really break up the spaces and make it very livable looking. And then I'm just making another seating area here. And then this is where they're going to watch their TV. Because, you know, I debated on giving them a TV. At first, I was like, would these be people that would want to watch media? But then I got thinking about it, like, oh, they actually probably would. They would probably enjoy watching it, like, to watch the news and keep up on current events and, you know, keep up on any other conspiracy theories that are happening. And then this is going to be our little workout corner because, you know, they don't want to go to the gym. That's disease right there for them. And then, you know, maybe they grow their own little veggies here instead of needing to go out. Now, of course, they have to get groceries and stuff like that, you know, because they can't stay isolated completely, but they just take a lot of precautions when they do go out. So we are just about finished here, and we're going to do a little tour of the home in just a moment. We're just going to do the last finishing touches here. A little interest here on the wall, so it's not just blank. So here we go. So basically this is the top, right? So this is our very normal looking home. And I did want to add a light real quick before I forgot, just because it felt like it needed one. But this is our home. This is the top layer that is constantly for sale, and then you have to come down here. And because people feel like, you know, it's for sale, but it's not. And so then you have to come through the locked door. And then you have to, once you manage to get through there, then you can start seeing that it's definitely not a normal home. You go down the stairs and you're hit right there with the living room. You got the little area for sitting, gardening, workout, kitchen. And then you go through the door. And then you go down the stairs again. And then through here, you got your little sanitation table. And then the family little, you know, chart. And you have your little entertainment area where the kids can do stuff. And the family can get together and have little parties and stuff. And then we have the bathroom, which looks super cute. I mean, this whole house is cute. And you have the boys' crazy room. But it, you know, it works. It's crazy, but it works. Then you got the littles room. Then we got the little room for the nursery. And then across from there is the girls' room, which is definitely more organized. And then the golden and white room for the adults. And then perhaps our guest room, our older teenager room, the green room. And then we come downstairs again, and then we have our green area where they can come down and play and just have a lot of fun and just kind of live a somewhat normal life. We just go all the way back up through the layers, and we're back at the house, and we are at the end. And, you know, this took me like 2 hours to build, but it was such a joy. I really hope you feel inspired. I was inspired building this. I'm excited to play it. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope to see you again in the next one. I hope you're having a beautiful day, night, or whatever time it is for you. Bye!